Okay, it's 8 o'clock. Let's start. In our usual way, we're going to find our way into our bodies, into our presence, into our being. So for a few breaths, we'll just maybe close our eyes or just unfocus them ahead of us. Bring the attention to the breathing, to your heart, to your skin. Point between the eyes. Find your point that helps you being within. Trying to quieten the mind just by simply being present. Take another few breaths, just being here. This is a nice start to the class by being aware of our bodies. Then when I direct you to some muscle or some joint or some part of the body, you should be finding it easier. Once we've done that, we open our eyes. We'll start by actually breathing in, taking our arms up, filling up the lungs. We're going to do a little sequence today to have a little change. Stretching up, then breathing out, hands towards shoulders and pushing out. Breathing in, hands via shoulders. Round in the back and pushing forward as we breathe out. Breathing in, arms up, open the chest. And then breathe out, arms behind, leaning forward. Once more, breathing in, arms up. Via the shoulders, pushing out as we breathe out. Breathing in via the shoulders. Round in the spine, pushing forward. Breathing in, arms up, opening the chest. And breathing out, arms behind, lifting your hands up and leaning forward. One more time, breathing in, arms up. Stretching. Via the shoulders, pushing out. Breathing in via the shoulders. Rounding the spine and pushing forward. Breathing in, arching the spine. And moving forward, arms behind. Breathing in, arms up. We're going to go to side bend. Left hand, left side, bending to the left. Breathing in, arms up. Stretch. Right hand, right side, and breathe and bending to the right. Breathing in, arms up. Let's go for a twist. Right hand, left thigh, twist to the left. Breathing in, arms up. Twisting to the right, left hand, right thigh, twisting to the right. Breathing in, arms up. And arms down. Going to do a bit of work on the shoulders, so let's do a little rave move here. Hands lightly clasp above our heads, and then just drawing a circle over our heads. Try not to do this. Spine still, just shoulders. Making a circle above our head. Front, left, back, right. Front, left, back, right. Front, left, back, right. Spine straight the other way. Right back, left front. Right back, left front. Right back, left front. So we're loosening the shoulders. We're going to be doing some work with them today. Seems to be the theme of the month, but it's very important to have loose shoulders to bring them back to work and release. Remember a while back we talked about the sciatica nerve that goes through there somewhere in the pelvis there, and when people get pain, it normally gets stuck between all these muscles and fat. And anyhow, the secret is to try and mobilize it, get it to move, so it should be nerves. They don't bend, or they don't like bending, they don't like stretching, they just like sliding. So we're going to try and get that sliding done again. And as last time, it's a cat-cow, so we're going all fours, and it's a special cat-cow in that what we're going to do is we're going to do the cat, which is the lifting the chest, chin down, and rotating the pelvic forward. But we're going to do that forward, so we get the stretch here, and then the cow, we're going to go back, cow, but leaning back. So we're stretching the sciatica that is here. So cat forward, cow back. And just feel how that movement around the hips should be creating a nice motion for something deep inside called the sciatica. And you can even bring your hips, your feet up to go with the movement. Cow back, cat forward. Really accentuating the move on the hips. Cat, cow back, cat forward. Let's do a few more times. Mobilizing the area of the hips to create a movement that hopefully helps to keep our sciatica. Well, everything is moving, but the sciatica specifically, sometimes it gets stuck and people suffer, and then we release. Right, from there, we're going to start on the shoulder work. To do the shoulder work, I think hopefully most of you are with me before. What we're going to do is get the shoulder blades down. Look at the shoulder blades here, down, and open the arms. If you open the arms, we create that movement of down and in for the shoulder blades. Then we put our hands down and we take the weight of our body in a plank in this way. So you could be doing a plank like this, in a million ways, but we're going to try and find a steady way. Now, if you're new to the class or you are struggling with the weight on the shoulders, let's do the plank like this, with the knees down. If you've been here regularly and you feel that your shoulder can take the weight, then we're going to do a normal plank. The other thing with the plank is core, Again, if the core is weak, then let's start strengthening by putting the knees down. If the core is normal, then feel it, It should be engaged. If I have no core, I'll be like this. And that's really doing, lots of harm to the spine, to the lower back, and all sorts of things. So core engaged, shoulder blades back, nice strong plank, glutes engaged. So this is a static. This class is a Hatha Yoga, so it's not flowy vinyasa or anything like that. So we're prepared to take poses for a little while and strengthen some muscles, But with conscious, trying to be conscious of which parts are working. Core, feel your core, shoulder blades back, lift the right foot up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down. Left foot up. 5. Feel those shoulder blades going back and down. 3. Engage the core. 2, 1. Both feet down. Feel that core. Feel those shoulder blades. Engage the core. Glutes engage. 3, 2, and release the knees down. And let's have a little child pose there. Just to release the tension. feed the muscles, bring blood back to them, oxygenate them. Once more. I didn't mention the hands. Let's try and have the hands nicely, broadly on the ground, trying to share the weight between fingers, knuckles, and the wrist. Once again, if it's getting too much, then this is a good place to be. If you can deal with the whole plank, engage the core, glutes, bum, and shoulder blades. And from there, right foot up, knee to right elbow, push, knee to nose, push, knee to left elbow, push, knee to right elbow, push, engage the core, knee to nose, knee to left. If you're not engaging foot down, then it's better to not move. Left, knee to elbow, knee to nose, knee to right elbow, knee to left elbow. This is the other foot, yeah? Knee to nose, knee to right elbow. One more time. Knee to left elbow, knee to nose, knee to right elbow. Hold for 5. Hold strong, feel strong. Shoulder blades back and down. Engage the core. 3, 2, and knees down. Another child pose. So it's a little bit of a core day. And shoulders, well, it's everything day. I say often that if you come to just one class, you're only going to do like 50% or to 40% of the main muscles. If you come to 4 classes, you're probably doing 70%. If you come to 8 classes, you're probably going round the whole body. So regularity is the key. We can never cover all the muscle, but today we're going to do some core. Now we're going to continue with the core. This time, elbow plank. Once again, if you're feeling that your lower back is collapsing because we just don't have the core, then this is a good place to be. If your core is already asking for more, then lift the knees up, engage the core, and this is just hardcore core, if you see what I mean. Yeah, we're just standing there in a plank, and if the core is not doing any work, then we cannot do this position. So let's hold it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, right foot up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, foot down, left foot up, 5, 4, engage the core, tighten the glutes, 3, 2, shoulders strong, 1, both feet down, knees down, and just let yourself gently onto the tummy. Make a little pillow with your hands and just lie down, enjoy the rush back of your core. Deep breaths, awareness, feel the body. We're going to make this hour into a little presence meditation or presence practice. It's a good time to feel the core relaxing now. You feel your glutes relaxing, but feel them. Feel your shoulders. We're going to do some work on the shoulders now. So feel those shoulders. When I say shoulders, I don't really mean the top of the shoulders. Very often we think of this as the shoulders, but most of the work is happening at the back. The shoulder blade is the one that does that gives us the mobility. I mean, if we had a hinge joint, we'd only be able to do this. But the shoulder joint that we have is magical in that it gives us all the motions it does. Okay, let's go from there. Now that you've rested a little bit, we're going to do hands under our shoulders, and then just gently, a very gentle cobra, lifting the bum and down to child pose. Breathe out. Breathing in, waving forward to a gentle cobra. This is now a counter to the work that we did before. And breathe out, bum up, waving to child pose. Waving up, breathing in to cobra. Maybe take it deeper every time, breathing out, leading with your tail. I mean, when I say bum, it's really the tailbone that leads down to child pose. And let's just wave for a few more times. Enjoy the wave. Maybe close your eyes, feel everything that's moving. Maybe taking the cobra a little bit deeper and the child pose a little bit more compact. Use that breathing to pump you along. I'm breathing out. 2 more times. Let's meet in child pose. Now let's use this child pose a little bit like it's not really a puppy pose, but just to also open the shoulders. So from there, get your waist or your hip as low as possible. Mine doesn't go lower than this, but that's fine. Then hands forward. And now what we're going to do here is take the chest down as we push the underarms, what's it called? The armpits up. So open the armpits and shoulders down, and chest down, I mean. Chest down, armpits up. This should be bringing your shoulder blades closer together, and that's a nice idea. Maybe hands on tips or hands down, whatever you feel that will have more effect. And then again, breathing out as you go deeper. Some people might have their forehead on the ground. Some people have their noses on the ground. Some people have their chin. And some people might even have their chest on the ground. This is very idiosyncratic. Each person, it's a world. And then we release from there. I'm going to come forward on our tummies. I'm going to take my mic off for this part. On the tummy, right? We're going to do the classic, lifting up. But before we do the lifting up, just remember that what we're doing is there's a few long muscles that go all the way on the back of the spine, and they do tend to stretch and stretch and stretch as you lean forward most of the day. So we're going to now contract them and make them strong again. Also between all the vertebrae, the little muscles again, which don't tend to get used in this direction. So that's why we do this. But before that, let's continue with shoulders, yeah? So just lifting the chest, arms forward, and then rolling the hands back as if we're like cleaning the floor with two cloths on each hand, yeah? We're gonna polish the floor by doing these movements. So give me the chest up, and then we're moving the hands round and back. And notice if you can, if it's not too demanding, notice what your shoulder blades are doing. You could also think you're swimming, actually. Maybe instead of mopping the floor, we're swimming. 3 more strokes. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Everything down. Release the face, arms, shoulders. Coming back up, hands in front of you, and now just the left shoulder lifts. Again, notice what your shoulder blade is doing. Down, right shoulder lifts. Down. Left, down. Lifting the chest gently, but the work is being done by the shoulder. Left shoulder. Right shoulder. Left shoulder. Right shoulder. Both shoulders down, and then both shoulders up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift and release everything to the ground. Relax. Now hands facing down by the side of your groin. If you can put them under your tummy, that's cool. If you can't, that's also cool. And then right leg up. Try and lift the knee rather than the foot, yeah? Knee up. A lot of work on the back, the glute, back of the leg. Release, left knee up. Release, right knee up. And by knee, I mean the whole leg, really. I just say knee because if I say leg, some people tend to lift just the foot. Let's say thigh, left thigh up. Release both, relax for 5, 4, you know what's coming next. Both legs up, 3, 2, and hands gripping the mat, and both legs up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release everything. Hands back up, make a little cushion, and let the body relax. Final part of the series, everything goes up. A very big sofa, this and stuff. Half the screen is the sofa. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and lift everything. Chest, hips, legs, arms. See if you can get a smaller and smaller spot on the ground. 5, lift 4, chest up 3, knees up 2, lift everything 1, and lift and release. Lie down on the ground and just enjoy that little relaxing time. Coming back into a gentle child pose. Again, just to give the lower back nice little stretch there. And back to all fours. Tabletop. Shoulders over hands, hips over knees. Find your balance. Again, we're not just like a, how can I say, we're not just hanging out here, yeah? Shoulders, shoulder blades back and down, hips, core engaged, hips are gently tilted. We're not like this, but we're not like this either. Yeah, nice little engagement of the core, right foot back. Stretch that heel to the back of the room, or the side of the room, or the front of the room, depending where you're, to the wall that you're aiming your foot to. And then from there, maybe bringing the hands a little bit further out. We're going to do a couple of push-ups here. We're going to strengthen those muscles that we don't often do. So a little push-up, nose or forehead to the ground. Still engaging the core, engaging that back foot. We're doing 2 exercises at the same time. This is multitasking. Maybe bringing the elbows down to the back of the mat rather than sideways. Like this is the kind of gym muscly push-up. This would be the yoga push-up. Forehead to the ground. 3, 2, 1. Release that foot. Little wiggle if you want to. I find my lower back complains a little bit, so I'll give it a wiggle here. And then the left foot goes out. Heel to the back of the room. Shoulders engaged. Little core engagement here. Otherwise, it would be like this. And then we do the same again. Let's do some push-ups. Elbows towards the back of the mat. 1, 2, and just go as low as you can without being too much strain on your muscles. 1 more. And release. Let's sit on the toes. I was going to share a lovely video I found on stretching the foot, yeah? I'll see if I can find it again and share it with you. Basically, that toe, well, all the toes get atrophied, and we are actually doing the exercise. Yeah, we've got the weight on the toes while I speak. And the toes just tend to not move forward. And this angle that we're making now, which is minimum should be 70 degrees, I think we're doing probably more like 90 now, is because there is a whole lot of muscle that go from there, from the back, all the way to the back of the foot, past the heel, right up to the back of the leg, yeah? So that's partly why we need to stretch them and just to give ourselves mobility. So we're resting, but we are opening our toes. If it gets too much pain, then take some weight off. If not, we'll have another couple of breaths here. 1, 2, and 3, release. A little pat, 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 pat. Okay, let's go to the side. So from right, this point we're gonna go on. Let's see what are we gonna do. We're gonna do this. So all the weight's gonna be on one knee. So if you find your knees are delicate, you can either double the mat here, use a blanket, or like I have a little bit of packaging foam then. So packaging foam or some support on the right knee, and then we're going to move that foot back behind you in order to create a triangle. So we have the stretch, the left foot to the side, the right foot behind. So the weight is on the knee, the foot, and this hand. You might choose to have a block there. I do. And then open to the side. By open to the side, we start with the hip, pushing the hip forwards. We're actually opening to the side. We're going to do a similar movement later in half moon. So this is like a baby half moon. And then from there, open the chest to the side by pushing the left arm up. My left foot's still on the ground. You probably know that I'm going to lift that foot up soon, but for the time, we're just going to concentrate on opening the chest. Shoulder blades again down and together. Not accentuated. We're not like closing our shoulder blades, just down and strong, let's say. And then from there, lift the foot up. And now today, as an extra challenge, we're going to do little push-up. Move that hand to a position where we can do tiny little push-ups. 1, 2. Keeping the chest open, keeping the back foot straight. 3, 4. Just work on the arm muscles, the biceps, triceps, and of course the shoulder. 2 more. 1 and 2. Release the foot, release the hand, and release everything. Other side. So we start, classically we will start from tabletop. Bring that foot back. Bring the left foot behind. Bring the right foot open, straight the leg. I'm going to have my block here. And again, once you found your position, open the hips to the front and arm up. This lovely chest opening here. And then lift the foot, which is on the ground, up. Obviously, now I'm going to start working these exterior adductors, whatever they are. You can feel them even if we don't know their names. We can feel them. Open the chest. And then little push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open the chest. 6. And last one. Open everything. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Take a little sit on your heels. This time we can actually sit on the front of the foot, which is also good to stretch. Mine and nearly touching the ground. And that's a good place to be. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is the same positions, but now we're going to loop our hand to the foot. And for that, some of you might need a belt. Some of you might not, but having a belt at hand might help. So we're going to now go straight into it without too much ceremony. So from this position, so I've got the knee, right knee and right foot making a triangle with the left foot there. And then once I lift the foot up, I'm going to bend the knee, take my arm behind, grab the foot with the belt or with the hands. And then this gives us this lovely opening of the chest, knee up, opening, 5, kicking the foot out so that it pulls your shoulder back. 3, open the chest. 2, kick the foot and release. 1. Going straight to the other side. You know what we're doing. Left knee down, left foot down, right leg stretched. Belt on the right hand. Bend the foot behind. Catch or catch and pull. 5, open the chest, push the foot out. 3, 2, open and release. Whew, okay, great. From there, I'm going to take another little break here. And we've got one more floor exercise. Which is, again, on one knee. So either double the mat or put your thumb there. Right foot forward, left knee down. And we're just going to lean into that. This is now a lovely stretch here on the quad, opening the hip. Quad, remember there's also a muscle deep inside here, which is a psoas, which the more we sit, the more it contracts and atrophies. So it's nice to stretch. It goes from the femur, the top of that muscle, top of that bone, into the spine. So somehow or other, it bypasses the whole pelvis. It goes straight from the spine to the femur. So it gives us lots of mobility, yeah? Stretch forward, leaning into it. Chest up, chin up. And down to stretching the front leg. Runner stretch or half split, whatever we want to call it. One more time forward, and this time we're going to go straight to this lovely quad stretch that I like. So left hand, so we're back on the leaning forward, but without leaning forward. Halfway there, left hand on the floor. Then we're going to turn to the right or turn towards the knee that's up, lifting the back foot up. If this is too much, you can stay here, just leaning to the side and just opening the chest to the side and taking that hip down. If you want to go further, fold your left knee, look behind, get that belt or that long hand onto the foot. Man is trying to run away, and then grab the foot, bring it towards the glute or the bum as you stretch the chest to the side and up, and feel deep stretch of the left quad. And we don't really feel the psoas, but clearly it's going to be loving this stretch too. 5, 4, 3, 2, a little bit deeper, and release. Always moving gently when we got the muscles in overstretch. Other side. I'm going to sit on my right knee, either doubling the mat or on some sort of support. And then gently lean forward into it. Just feel right quad stretching, and by default, your right psoas will also be stretching. Chest forward, chest up, chin up. Every out breath, you might be able to go a little bit deeper. And then coming back onto a counter pose, which would be your half splits runner stretch. And then we're getting up after this one, I promise. We spent a lot of time on the ground. Right, coming back forward, we're going to go into that lovely side, whatever stretch. I don't know if it's got a name. So we're going to lean forward slightly. Right hand is now going to go into a place where it gives you this nice stability, triangle stability. Now, at this point, as I said, you can either just simply open to the side. Now I'm facing you rather than facing the wall. That was just unfortunate before. Opening to the side here. Strong shoulder. Again, I didn't mention the shoulder. If we're collapsing like this, then probably it's better to just stay where you are and just push that shoulder to the ground so the shoulder's working correctly, yes? And then the next step, you want to go to the next level. Find that foot. You can use your belt or your hand to bring that foot towards, and adjust your hands, adjust your foot to bring that foot towards the glute, and then open everything. Adjust. Lean forward, pull the heel towards the glute. Open the chest to the side, stretch the neck out. 5, 4, 3, leaning forward gently more. 2, open the chest. And release. 1. Oh, that's a nice big stretch. Let's stand up. And let's just have a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Ah, oh, lovely. So yes, I was saying we got this. Some of these muscles are going from the toes through the foot, round the back, and lifting all the way here. Basically, these muscles here are related to the foot. That's why when I say bringing the toes up, let's do that. Bring the toes up of the right foot. When you bring those toes up, where do we feel? Where do we feel we're pulling? We feel it here, don't we? On the lower leg. In fact, you can feel the muscles all engaged. So leave the toes up. Also, this is very good exercise for the arch. Remember, a lot of people, we start getting pronated foot like this, collapsing inwards. Lift the toes, lift the arch, and we're going to be exercising this. I'll try and get that video. I was looking through Instagram, my yoga Instagram, and I get all these lovely anatomy videos. Lift toe, lift arch, feel where you're pulling, and release. Let's do the other side. Start with just the toes. Leave the toes. So you can see these muscles. Leave the toes up. And now leave the arch as well. Nice work on the lower leg. Leave the toes, leave the arch. And release. Okay, last one on the feet. Now let's curl the toes, try and grab the mat. Curl the toes, try and grab the mat. Again, what do we feel? What's pulling? All muscles in here. So this is good exercise for the lower legs. Pull, tuck, grab, 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 grab. Don't get a cramp. If you get a cramp, you must release, yeah? Tuck, 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 pull, 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 and release. Okay, we've done a little foot exercise. Let's do some balance. Lovely balance pose, which is basically weight on the right leg. Again, to get that weight there in a kind of, I don't like using the word correct because it's not correct, stable form. We're going to engage the foot and the arch, engage the kneecap to get the knee strong, not hyperextended, but engaging the knee. And then we're going to engage here the hip, yeah? So this is going to be a strong leg supporting then. Then from there, left foot out, just a touch, just the toe touching there, lifting the arms up. And then we're going to bend towards the toe that is just touching, and we're going to try and lift that toe. So we're going to bend and just be on one leg, one strong leg, bending towards the other one. A balance. And as you're doing this, we're going to try and feel what the right foot, the supporting foot is doing, what the supporting knee is doing, what the supporting hip is doing. 5, bend, 4, bend more, 3, 2, and 1. I've got a big shape on the mat of my foot. Nice. Actually, it's good that the shape on the foot is not showing the arch area. So that's, maybe you could check that as well. If you get a mark on your mat, like when you walk on the sand, if the center part is not touching, then it means that your arch is lifting up. So the other side, strong foot on the ground, lifting the arch up, engaging the kneecap, engaging the hip, and then we get a nice, strong, stable leg there. Toe, right toe on the ground, arms up, lift the toe of the ground and bend towards that leg. Check what the standing foot is doing. Check what the standing knee is doing. Check what the standing hip is doing. 5, bend, 4, 3, 2, bend more, and release. And as we're doing that, maybe a little wiggle, you probably notice yourself that the foot is all shaking and moving and doing all kinds of things and it's all unstable. That's the work. That's precisely the work. All the muscles are like trying to adjust with each other. It's like an ABS, isn't it? Like trying to get to hold the balance, yeah? And that's actually all the brain working. So don't think that we are unstable. We are becoming stable. Right, the next one, the half moon I promised. Okay, this is a little bit advanced, but we do like to have all levels in the class. If it's too much for you, then I encourage you to use the wall. We're going to do basically this pose, yeah? So if it gets too unstable, it's better to be holding the wall and doing it than to be sitting there waiting for the next move, yeah? So right leg strong, the same procedure as before. Get that leg nice and strong, stable, whatever word you want to use. And then we're going to go, first let's do it in 2 moves so that we can feel the real change. So we're going to actually go warrior 3, warrior 3, which is just leaning forward on the front leg, leaning forward. And then I'll find my block or a chair or the wall to help me. And then the nice way to get to half moon is to, from this position, open to the side and actually feel how the hip is lifting or is opening. I don't know what the word is, lifting, opening the hip, yeah? So the hip is now facing in that direction. Then I open the chest similarly, so everything is facing the camera, or hopefully in your case, the monitor. Then that left leg is strong, pushing out to the back of the wall, and the left arm finally lifts up. And then we get the half moon. 5. Open the chest. 4. Check your standing leg if it's really nice and stable. 3. Left heel to the wall. 2. Open the chest, open everything. Telescope all your 4 limbs away. And release everything to the center. Same again. Left foot, looking at the block, strong stability, and then tip forward. So we get a warrior 3, hand on block, hand on wall, hand on chair. This is my weaker side, so I should be working it more. And then from there, open the hip, kick that foot back, heel to the wall, arm up. Oh, and enjoy the pose. Never found that why it's called half moon. But anyhow, it's an association. Half moons mean open the chest, open the hip, strong left leg. Check your foot, your knee, your hips, right heel towards the wall. 5, 4, 3, telescope those limbs out. 2, open the chest and release. We're going to go on a little bit of dynamic warrior 2. So let's stretch bring the left leg forward, right leg back, your standard warrior 2 pose. So the hips are to the side or 45 degrees. We're going to lean into that, opening the arms to the side, side, front and back, side of the body or front and back of the mat. Engage the core a little hip movement forward, leaning the leg down, arms out. Really opening the shoulders away from each other now. We're not really throwing them back. We're actually pulling them away from each other. Lean into it. And then breathe in, straighten the legs and both arms up. Breathe out deep into your warrior 2. Breathe in, straighten the legs, arms up. Really straighten those legs until you lock them and breathe out into deep warrior 2. Breathe in, locking the legs, locking the arms up. Breathe out. 2 more times. Hold it there for 5, 4, hip forward, Knee down, arms away from each other. 3. Open the chest, head out of the tortoise shell. 2. And release. Maybe before going to the other side, we'll have a little wiggle. Good work on the legs, right? Other side, right foot forward, left foot back. Just find your width. It doesn't have to be mega open because we're going to try and lean into it. Lean and then open, arms to the side. Check your left foot is planted. It's not collapsing in, nor pulling out. It's actually planted. Similar with the right foot. In this case, the right foot, you can actually check your arch. Yeah, you're lifting your arch up. It should be lifted, but it's not a bad thing to always bring them up because it will help to strengthen them. Lean into it. Hips gently forward. Shoulders away from each other. Breathe in, lifting up the arms, straightening the legs, locking the legs straight. And breathe out, lean. Continue pulsating at your own rhythm. Two more times. Last one, nice and deep. And stay in warrior 3, warrior 2. Open the chest. Pull the hands away from each other. Lean into it, hip forward, and release to the middle. Let's go on wide side opening, and then let's take the weight onto the left leg. Yeah, we're gonna go into a whatever half split. I don't know what they call this one, ninja pose, or just basically weight on the left leg. Now you could be flat on the ground. That would be nice, but it's not what is required now. What we need to do now is straighten the right leg, and then open the chest, open the hip. The heel could be down, but it doesn't necessarily have to be down. What we're doing mostly is opening the hips here, and then from there, left hand on the ground, pushing, holding that left knee back, and then open the chest to the right. 5, open the chest, 3, hand up, 2, and 1. Both hands to the center, and then we rock to the other side. Once again, with that elbow pushing the knee back, straighten the left leg, rotating the leg out, yeah, external rotation of the hip, hand on the ground, and lift the left shoulder up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the other side, the same again, but just one count. Left hand on the ground and open the right shoulder up. Back to the other side, opening to the left. Back to the left, opening to the right. One more time on each side. Back to the right, opening to the right. Back to the left, opening to the right. Back to center, and we sit down. Let's do a little leg stretch here. Just very basic. Left leg is bent. Right leg, we're going to grab it. Well, where's my belt? So depending on your flexibility, you could be using your belt here, or you could be using your hand and lift. It's a very simple exercise. There's nothing more to it. Just lift that leg up. Maybe if it's too much, you could be doing it with one hand. There is a bend here, that's fine. We are trying to stretch, and we all have our own limitations. So either straight or bent, wherever you are. Trying to keep the back straight. If we go sideways. So we could be doing this, but that's not going to be helpful. So try, well, this doesn't help too much on the spine. So spine straight, and then just see where your foot is. Pull and resist. 5, 4, 3, 2, pull, straighten, and release. Other side. Right leg is bent. The left leg, we're going to lift it up with a rope or with one hand. Maybe some of you are doing one hand because it's just the leg doesn't go that far. Or we can be using both hands. And then from there, straighten the spine. Get your neck out. And then just straighten as far as your leg allows you. Doesn't look very yogi, does it? That's what I learned about yoga. The more I did, the more I thought, that doesn't look like a yoga pose, but hey, it's all beautiful for the body. We're getting the stretches done. We're getting the body to adjust to new situations. And ultimately, that will help you walking around the street, driving your car, picking up your grandchild. I told you a story of some kid who needed to get the ball from a tree. Oh, release. Now a lovely, well, we're sort of winding down gently. Let's do a cow face. I had some more core to do here, but I'm going to today release that. Let's just go on to cow face. So this is quite a strain on the knee. So hopefully if it's too much, then what we do is left leg straight and right leg over it. Yeah, this is level 1. Yeah, if this is already, lots to do, then stay here. If you can or want, we can bend both legs and then actually adjust. I'm having to really push here. If you need to sit on one block on that hip so that your hips are stable, and do so. If you can sit on the ground. The main thing is that we're not kind of collapsing, yeah, that we have a certain freedom of the spine, yeah? So hips on the ground, legs in the knees in this way, and then just sit here. These are, again, does this look like yoga? Actually, yeah, this looks like yoga. This is a classic yoga pose. So while we're stretching our externally, opening our hips, I'll continue with the story. And yeah, there was this kid and there was a ball up there and he needed the ball. And I was like, if I go up the tree, I might actually finish up trying to be a hero, hurting myself because the trees are not easy to climb. So then I had this thought, I just picked the kid up. He must have been, 6 or out of 4. I don't really know. But anyhow, so I just picked this kid up from the waist, took him up. He grabbed the ball. He went back down and he had a big smile on his face because he got this ball and all his friends were like very impressed. So just a little story that is nice to just have the body to do this as we enter our later years. So we're stretching here, lifting the chest up, straight spine. And then we're going to go to the other side. Now find your way to the other side because we've done this many times, but I'm going to do a funky way today, which is Lean forward and then rotate all the way on my 2 feet. And then I'm on the other side. So you can try that, or you can do it the old way. Then once again, just wrap your knees on top of each other. Fine if you need to sit on a blanket or on a block. But the main thing is to feel that you are stable on the ground, yeah? That we're not straining our spine. And then we're on the other side. This is what is it? Cow face. That's the English word. The English name is cow face. And what we're doing here is we're opening the hips, externally rotating both of them at the same time. We could be doing other stuff with the arms, I know, but actually, I just checked. We've overstayed our stay. It's past our 9 o'clock time. So let's just open the chest, lift up one last time. And then we're going to come out of it again. Come out your own way. I'm going to come forward onto it. Release my knees. Sit on my pop. And then I'm going to lie back. We're going to go to Shavasana. It's now 9:01, so this is my first overstay of a class. That's because I was too excited telling you the story about the little boy. So let's go into Shavasana. Yeah, if you need to do anything else, I don't know, maybe you want to do a happy baby, or just a deep stretch or a banana pose. Just do anything that you feel you need to do. And then after that, lie down on your backs. I'm going to lie with you for the first 3 minutes of the Shavasana. After that, I'll get up and close the meeting or close the session. You stay for as long as you want. I thanks again everybody who's joined. Namaste to you all, and hopefully see you Sunday or in the next class. So lie down, relax, let the whole body sink, melt into the ground. Feel the body, feel those parts we worked on, and relax. Shavasana.